Press the facing and seam away from the skirt as described in Sewing Directions Step 19. Understitch the facing to the waistline facing seam allowance. Sew from the right side of the fabric as described in the Sewing Directions Step 19. Understitching is a line of stitches that are sewn close to the facing seam that joins the facing to the seam allowance and helps prevent the facing from rolling towards the outside. Press the facing in toward the skirt, folding in the ends of the facing against the zipper tape as described in the Sewing Directions Step 20. Pin the facing along the zipper tape and the seam allowances, then slip stitch the folded ends of the facing along the zipper tape as described in the Sewing Directions Step 20. Slip stitching is a hand sewing stitch used to make blind or unseeable stitches in a garment. It uses a needle and thread with knot on the single thread and is worked from right to left, hiding the knot in the facing fold. Insert the needle into the zipper tape, then slip the needle through the fold of the facing for about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Bring the needle out and back into the tape again, continuing to the end of the facing. An alternative to slip stitching is known as stitch in the ditch, which involves sewing directly down the center of the seam or previously sewn stitches from the right side of the fabric. Slip stitch or stitch in the ditch the facing to the side seams. If slip stitching, be sure to sew only through the seam allowances and not through to the right side of the fabric.